Welcome to the Empowerment Zone. Today's guest is going to be Claudia Clinton. She has a very interesting story in that those of you who are, let's say, of a certain age may remember a slogan, Ding Dong, Avon Calling. And some of you may even recall when an Avon lady would literally go door to door with wonderful little short gloves on and a hat and purse, and she'd have all of these marvelous wares that she would bring to the housewife. Well, what you probably may not know is that that did take place, but Avon has a strong story to tell. For over 100 years, 125 to be exact, Avon has been empowering women to be their own boss. And it is my pleasure to bring to you today Claudia Clinton, who is one of Avon's top representatives. Welcome to the Empowerment Zone, Claudia.
Thank you so much, Paula. Thank you for having me.
Oh, sure, it's a pleasure. Listen, one of the things that has made Avon so attractive, besides the quality, obviously, of the products, is that it hasn't taken much as by way of an initial investment to kind of get started and own your own small business. Would you mind telling the audience just a little bit about your background and how you got started as an Avon representative?
Sure. Well, when I had previously sold Avon years ago, about 20 something years ago, and it wasn't for me at the time. And then about 20 years later, when I had my third child, I had separated from my husband, and I needed to make money. And I had no way of. He didn't have a job when we separated. I didn't have a job because I had just had my fourth child, and I was planning on staying home and being, a stay-at-home mom. And then we separated, and I had to go on welfare to be able to have income coming in until I found something that I can do. And I came across an Avon brochure, and I called the district manager and suggested I try selling Avon. And I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I started selling it, and within the first few months, it was just selling to save some money on products that I would buy, and my mom and my sister. But then after that, I said, let me attend some sales meetings and see what Avon has to offer. And I could not believe what some of these women were actually making in income. So I said, let me give it a shot. And the first month that I actually put effort into it, I was actually able to pay my rent. And after that, I actually, completely got off the welfare because I said if I can do it one month, I can do it the next. And I feel so blessed that I came across this opportunity with Avon, that I've been able to take care of me and my four children for the last 9 years with Avon as my only source of income.
That was going to be my question. So literally, you just Avon. I mean,
Yes,
that was it. Nothing
yes,
else.
nothing else. I needed to be able to stay home. I didn't want my parents having to. My father had already retired. My mom was a stay-at-home mom for many years, and they were starting to enjoy their lives, and I didn't want to put that sort of burden of having to say, Mom, I have to go to work, so can you watch the kids? So I had to do something that I could stay home with the kids and still, produce for the family, make money. And I found that Avon was just the perfect thing because I took the kids everywhere I went, and I was able to make money and find customers, and um, there's other opportunities that Avon offers that I'm able to be able to really create a significant income to support my kids and myself.
Well, before we get into that, and I hope to be able to harken back to that because I'm a little curious about the other opportunities. But you had said before the upheaval in your life, which turned out to be a good thing, in retrospect, you had sold Avon before, but I take it it was more kind of dabbling in it. What real
Exactly.
yeah, what really attracted you to work with Avon besides the low initial investment of $10? And Claudia, let me say this. I know looking back on it now, I can say a low investment of $10, but I take it when you were really going through and it was really a struggle, $10 may seem like a lot of money.
Exactly. But it was a great opportunity to be able to start my own business and make some money. But then when I went to the sales meetings, I was able to realize what kind of money I can make, and I could not believe that women were actually supporting their families or putting their kids through college and paying for the sports, and I mean just doing so much with it. And I said, and I looked at them, and they some of them didn't go to college, some of them just finished high school, some of them did this, some of them were stay-at-home moms, and I said, well, if they can do it, so can I.
Let me ask you another question. You're
Sure.
out of New York.
Yes.
That's not exactly the Hicks. I mean, that's not the sticks, okay? I mean, that's a very dense area in the Northeast. And usually the thinking is that you don't want to sell anything like this in a densely populated area because the people you would sell to, if they're going to be interested, probably already are being served by someone else. But you kind of turn that theory on its ear. How did you do this? Did you do it?
Well, the first thing is your mindset. You have to believe that you will find the people that you need that will purchase from you. And that was my attitude from the beginning. I said, I will find people that will purchase from me. I will have high sales. So I went out there and I did what I thought of myself. I said, what would I like as a customer? I would like to be treated um, really good. I would like to have free gifts. I would like to have specials. I would like to have my products delivered quickly. So I thought of all those things, and I tried to give the best customer service. But again, it was my mindset. I said I have to think positive. I have to believe that I'm actually going to get all these people to purchase from me. So everywhere I went, I said I need to network. I need to talk to everybody, and I was very shy type of person. Avon actually brought out, made me so much more outgoing, and I honestly can't believe the business that I have now, and it really is due to Avon and the other Avon representatives that have encouraged me and helped me along the way.
Well, you started out just getting your foot in the door, so to speak, and I understand now you have achieved the title of executive unit leader.
Yes.
You said that you were shy by nature and that Avon kind of brought out this ability to be more of an extrovert in order to do your business. So, how do you feel that Avon empowers women like yourself in other ways? That's one example, but how about other ways?
Um, it helps us build our confidence. Um, it helps us believe in ourselves. It gives us the tools that we need to educate ourselves about the products. We also, we were able to speak to other representatives, and the Avon representatives are a fantastic group of people. They share what they have learned, what they're learning with other Avon representatives so that we can all grow as really one big team.
By way of, I guess they would say, being totally transparent, I actually sold Mary Kay. And when I saw your story, I was kind of curious. Why did you choose Avon as for direct selling versus like a Mary Kay or getting out of the cosmetics and health and beauty category altogether? You could have done Amway or a million other different opportunities, but you chose direct selling versus other ways of making money. What was it that kind of made you make that decision?
Well, my time was limited because at the time, I had a 14-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 1.5-year-old, and a 3-month-old. So I had to realize, I said, okay, so what am I going to be able to do that I can still take my children with me, and it's still going to bring in income. So
Hmm.
I looked into Mary Kay. The initial investment was a little bit more, and at that time money was very tight. And then I looked at Avon, and I said, well, I compared honestly the prices. I said Avon is so much more affordable, much more affordable. I said, in case there's a recession, because at the time that I started there wasn't. I
Right.
said, in case there's a recession, me that is always penny pinching, would I buy? Which one would I buy? And I said I would buy Avon. So that's how I approached it. And plus, Avon has the brochure that I can leave anywhere, that I can take in my pocketbook with me, and just look at, share the products with anybody, a stranger, just by going up to them, and or maybe seeing somebody in the beauty aisle at the store, and they're looking through, for foundation, and I can open up the Avon brochure and show them that our prices are much more affordable, and the quality is just as great. So those are the things that had attracted me. Plus, Avon's been around for almost 127 years,
Right.
and that was one thing. I said if it's been around that long, it's going to continue to be around a lot longer. So
Well, based on the examples that you gave, I'd say you've come a long way from being the introvert. If you're bold enough to walk up to a lady who's in the health and beauty section, you're picking out cosmetics, and I just think that's fabulous. So that kind of leads us to another question. Do you still go door to door, as I referenced with the Avon calling, or how do you do it now?
I don't go door to door as far as homes, but I do deal with a lot of different businesses. And I also have my car has Avon all over it. So my goal is to be the number one Avon representative in my town and surrounding towns. So every time I go everywhere, everybody knows that I am the Avon lady here.
You are the queen of Avon in that community. This is marvelous. Listen, we talked about the fact that you were pinching pennies, and I can fully understand that having to make things work out. But I think you've gone way ahead of that. So, when the economy went south, I understand that you joined Avon in 2004. The
Yes.
bottom fell out of the real estate market in what, 2007? We acknowledged a recession around 2008. Had that had any negative impact on your business?
Actually, no. I actually increased my sales by like 10,000 for 2 years in a row. Um, and I think it had to do because, again, the prices are so affordable and the product is still great quality.
You don't necessarily have to agree with this, but I think you just proved what many people will say, that I don't care how bad things may get, a woman is not going to let herself go but for so long. So if she had to, save a couple of extra pennies, she's going to make sure that when she faces the world, she's looking pretty good. And you just went absolutely flip the script, if you will, for you to increase sales by 10,000 at a time when most business people were trying to figure out how to keep their heads above water.
Yes.
That is
And that's what
amazing.
I try to also. I have a group of representatives on my team. I have almost 200 representatives on my team that I also educate them and show them that no matter what your situation is or what the economy is like, you can always increase your sales by educating yourself on the products and share it with your customers because you want your customers to buy what they need instead of what you want them to buy. And
Excellent.
my dad had always told me, when there's a recession, the beauty business is something that's always going to flourish because women are always going to want to look good no
Hmm.
matter what.
This is so
So
true.
he's right.
He's absolutely right. Well,
Hmm.
you've got 200 women.
Almost 200 women on my team, yes, men and women. Yeah,
Oh,
our business actually did close to 600,000 this past cycle.